Search and scan for information. Any information you need, you have to search and scan. For instance, that's why I have given a key. Suppose you lose a key, how do you search? You go to every inch. Is the key here? Is the key here? Is the key? Is the key here? No. You just take one glance. Suppose you are searching for a person also. Will you look under the table? Will you look under the cloth, etc.? No. We know where the person is. We just scan the room in 1 second and we know that person is not getting the room. Right? Then why are we taking hours together to scan information in a textbook? So, because we don't know what we are searching for. If you know what we are searching for, let me tell you how complicated the brain works. Suppose you go to a railway station to receive a guest. Let us say your relative is coming in a particular train. In that platform, thousands of people are there. Can you not recognize your relative? Will you go to each person and say, are you so and so? No, you are not. So you stand this side, because if you come once again this side, I will have confusion. If you do that way, that train also will have gone, so many other trains will have also gone, and more people would have gone. Are you following this? What you do is you just put one glance and you can immediately recognize. If you can recognize one person out of thousands of people, can you not recognize one word out of 100 words in a passage? Yes or no?
So if this is when we are reading something new, totally new. For example, I have taken a functional planning of building. This is something totally new. I mean, how it is, that I feel I should read.
No. If you read everything, you will forget everything. Because that is too much of an information for the brain. Okay. My secret is, the more you know, the less you remember. The less you know, the more you remember. So the idea is to know less, remember more. What is the fun in going through everything and not knowing anything? So give me that book. I also don't know anything. So suppose you get a totally new book like this, you don't have to start at all in a chapter. These are the pages that is important, the contents. Okay. So you have to just do what I told you just now. So in introduction, it introduces, okay, functional planning and building. Functional planning means what? From what I understand. Just write it down. So take each chapter and then write your own thing. Then each chapter will have a summary. Don't read through details. Each chapter will have a summary. Cross check with that summary and then see what you have written is okay or not.
This is before we start the
reading. Because foundation has to be laid. Right away we start into the details. Where will the detail go? That is the problem for the brain. The brain doesn't know where to record it. You have to lay the foundation. That's why construction is a beautiful thing, because first you have to lay the foundation. See, this is what I was telling in Nanavani also. Without laying the foundation, suppose you want a 5-floor building, can you lay the first brick on the 5th floor? Even if you put it 100 times also, it will fall down. You have to start from the scratch. Then your foundation depends on how many floors you go. You plan it before you actually start. Is it not? Because your design says I can build 10 floors, you have to correlate in terms of how down you must go. If you are not going to build 10 floors, you are going to build only 3 floors, this will change. Is it not? So the foundation is more important. I am telling you to lay the foundation properly. On this foundation, building can be easy. You are talking about all the furnitures and other things, fixtures. We don't have to bother about fixtures during construction. This will come after construction. Only if the wall is built, I can think about putting a switch there. Why should I bother about the switch before the wall is there? Because I can't put the switch in the air. Are you following this? So this is to lay the foundation. If it is a new subject, you can work wonders with my technique. So start with the basics, start laying the foundation. In this book, these are the major constructs. So these major constructs, is just like how I told you. We have to get a clear picture of our own understanding of what it says. We are trying to blindly accept that without actually questioning or thinking. That's why it doesn't stay.
So, but unless we read the entire chapter, how do we know where the information is stored in that chapter?
If you read the whole chapter, will you know where the information is stored?
The first time at least, like, we'll get to know and we'll mark something for the next reading.
No. That's why, from my point of view, second reading is useless. Second reading destroys your brain cells.
So for the first time, we should go with the keywords and then start with that paragraph where the keyword is contained.
No, if you know what you know, then you will come to that secret afterwards. First, if you write down what you know, all your job is to cross-check that in the textbook. That reading is enough. We are losing more than gaining more. Because we think there is too much. Let me tell you the secret, there is nothing too much. Same thing, you will have different angle and different application. That's all. If the base is strong, irrespective of these varies, doesn't matter at all. Okay? If the basics are not strong, every time you have to come to the basics. That is what taxes you a lot. Absolutely nothing new. You have already passed 9th standard, means there is nothing to study in 10th standard. The more we write, the better it is. Write from thought, not from seeing. Textbook should never be read. Text should be referred. Okay. Now our problem is we don't write anything. We keep on reading. Here we should go. That is the problem.
So people say 1 time we write is equals to 10 times what
Yes,
we
reading.
said.
Correct. It is right.
Uh,
But write from memory, not from seeing. If you just copy, no use. Write from your own memory.